It really has been a love story between me and Lucy. She comes to my cabin. Look at her. Mwah. She comes to my cabin every morning, and my cabin is the very last one. You know, it's she comes every morning around the same time, between 8 and 9. And if I am not out, she'll wait outside here and she'll be looking for me. And she just loves to come and hang out here. You know, this is her hangout place. She loves. Oh, look at her! Look at her! Oh my God! She just comes here. She hangs out. And uh, yeah, it's really been an interesting relationship with Lucy. I mean, she tracks me down in random places. You know, she's quite mobile. She's explorative actually, and seems like she got good karma as far as the dog's concerned. Because if you observe the dog world here, there's so many of them in just stray dogs and out in the wild and farm dogs. I would say she's a farm dog because she. Oh, oh, what's the matter, Lucy? What's the matter? I would say she's a farm dog because she does live with a farmer and she hangs out in the farm. So she's explorative, quite wild. She goes out and she's not scared of other dogs. She really isn't scared of other dogs. She usually stands her ground, and usually I've seen it a few times. The other dogs back off. I would say she's got good karma for a dog, because dogs live a pretty. They suffer. They live a life of suffering in general. The dog world. They first of all, their life expectancy is short. Uh, the design of a dog, the way they breathe, they take like 40, 50 breaths per minute, and they're panting. They're sort of always in a sympathetic nervous system. And I suppose, Lucy likes to come hang out here because she wants to get in a parasympathetic nervous system state. She comes here, she feels the vibes, she feels how relaxed it is. Um, whether that's my vibration, my energy, and just the energy of like my cabin and just overall energy, because human beings, we're higher up the ladder in the evolution. Like if you take on the form of a human, you're already a third density creature looking to move into fourth density in general. Of course, humans from fifth and sixth density do take on births, like for example wanderers, starseeds. They're density, sixth density creatures. But most humans are third density creatures. Uh, most animals are second density. Now pets are the closest to go to third density. Now, of course, a fifth density, sixth density entity can take on. She's trying. Come on. Hold on, hold on. I'm gonna actually help her come up here. She wants. Ah, there we go. There we go, Lucy. So a fifth density, so a wanderer, a starseed, a fifth density, sixth density entity can take on the birth of an animal, just like they can take on a human. But most animals, 99% of animals, would be second density. So most humans are more evolved on the consciousness game than animals. And so dogs, let's talk about dogs specifically. They operate mostly in the sympathetic nervous system. So imagine you, as a human, always operating in the sympathetic nervous system. Now, a lot of humans are. So then that's why humans have all kinds of diseases and issues. And dogs, they age prematurely, and they die, they have a very short lifespan, because they're always stimulated, they're always stressed, they're always in a sympathetic nervous system state. So they're constantly stressed. And Lucy, and I talked about this in a previous video, but I'm absolutely sure of it, she is a late second density being looking to move into third density. She's very intelligent. When you observe her, actually, she is very intelligent. And I've met a lot of dogs, and I've hung out a lot of dogs here in Thailand, and this is, Lucy is by far the smartest dog. without a doubt, she is the smartest dog. She is very, very intelligent. And clearly, this is a being that is looking to move up to third density. And I wouldn't be surprised actually if her next incarnation, her next birth, she would take on a 3D body. She seems to me very ready to move on, and I really think just by virtue of her being attracted to me, to my vibration, my energy, I really do think that she is very much ready to go. Now, in the raw material, in the law of one, Ra says our pets are the closest 2D entities moving to 3D. They're the closest ones. They're the ones on the verge, essentially. And I feel Lucy is a being that is very, very ready to go to 3D. She doesn't seem to have conflicts with other dogs in general. You know, even when she has standoffs with them, they just walk away. She doesn't bark at anybody. She doesn't freak out at anybody, and nobody freaks out at her. She really seems like she has cleared up a lot of her 2D karma and is ready to move. She's not troubled at all. She's not troubled at all. You know, I've hung around Pipi in Kopangan, and she's so sweet and reminds me of her. She actually look alike, just different color. But Pipi had a lot of traumas. You know, you could just tell just by hanging out with the dog, petting them, and just being around them. You could tell what's happening, what's their karma, what is going on. You could almost psychically read what's happening with that being. And she's clear. Her karma's clear. Again, she has a really good life as a dog. You know, good incarnation, good, I suppose, good 2D karma now. It's been cleared up quite a bit. She has a really good life. She's not troubled. She's calm. Doesn't freak out. Again, I haven't seen her have any conflicts. I haven't seen her bark at any dogs. They just usually actually walk away from her. Uh, didn't see her really get in any conflicts, and nobody seems to bother her. You know, she lives in a farm and she's surrounded by life, and she's just a really chill dog, really really chill dog. So she's able to, you know, despite the dogs always being in a sympathetic nervous systems stimulated state of consciousness, she seems to be able to get in a parasympathetic more and more often than many other dogs. Therefore, because she's more in a parasympathetic nervous system state of consciousness, she's more relaxed, and therefore that's when she can make her way up to the higher densities, if you will. So come here. So here, let's there we go. There we go, Lucy. There we go. There we go. So it's very interesting to observe the animals. It really is very interesting to see what they're up to. And it's very, very fascinating, you know, to really see them, and you know, your compassion and empathy grows, you know, like just by being with Lucy here and by seeing how our relationship just sort of shapes itself, seeing how we're always able to somehow find each other. Clearly, we do have some kind of a bond that goes more than just this life. And it's just fascinating, man. Seeing how the amusement park works, how the game of consciousness works, how beings are evolving, how vast the game is. The game is vast, folks. I mean, wow. If you're a fifth and sixth density being, you still have like what would be a equivalent of billions of human years of evolution, even when you're fifth and sixth density. That's how vast the game is. Okay, even when you're a fifth and sixth density being, which you've only, if you're sixth density, you've just got to go to the seventh and go through your seventh and move to the eighth, which is total merging, and the cycle goes on again. You start for that first density, but in a different game altogether. So it's so interesting to see just how vast the game is. Like, say you're a wanderer here, you're doing your thing here, you're here to help Mother Gaia and help the earth, which, like I said, you know, a lot of you guys are like that. I am a wanderer. Even when you're a sixth density being, you've got like billions of human years to go in your evolution to go to seventh density. And then when you're in seventh density, you've got probably what again would be the equivalent of billions of human years. And you making it all the way to fifth and sixth, it took you again like not even like eons, immeasurable eons in time and space, which is the illusion, which is the game, which is how consciousness gets lost in separation, finds itself again. That's how the game works. It's wow, consciousness, which is you, which is God, which is light, which is love, which is energy, which is awareness, which is purity, is so intelligent. So and so that intelligence is everywhere in every density at every level. This is a 2D being right here hanging out with a 3D being. Now okay, I'm in a 3D body, but I know, I come from 5D or 6D. Now Lucy could be also maybe like a 4D being incarnated in a 2D being. She really seems like wise. She really has wisdom, and she could be. Or she could be just genuinely still 2D, but very close to move to 3D. And it's like a big learning, everybody's evolving, and everybody has intelligence because everybody is intelligence. At every level, plants are 2D. Look how intelligent they are. Look how much intelligence they have. Because consciousness is infinitely, infinitely intelligent. Oh, it's infinity because consciousness is infinity, mind you. You're infinity. So your intelligence is infinite, which is why you can manifest yourself in an infinite number of manifestations in an infinite number of ways forever and ever and ever and ever. Because you're so intelligent and vast that you could go on exploring yourself for infinity. You see, for infinity. It's incomprehensible to the human brain, really, to the human mind and psyche and brain and the mind-body complex of a human being. It really cannot grasp this. It really cannot grasp it. You have to go beyond the mind-body complex. You have to go to a place that's beyond these things to even be able to comprehend what infinity is. It's literally mind-blowing. It leaves you in total awe. It leaves you in a state of the Tao that can be spoken is not the true Tao. It's not the true Tao because once you actually recognize truthfully, experientially, the vastness of infinity, then there are no more words to be spoken. It is just like it's like pure awe. Pure awe, and it leaves you in that breathtaking state. Wow, like if you find yourself in the mountains, for example, or in a beach somewhere with vastness around you, and you're looking, and it's just the right moment, and you're just in the right state of consciousness, and the scene is just right, the waves are right, the mountains are right, the clouds are just right, and you're like, wow, because you recognize, I go stargazing. Go stargazing. Go somewhere where there's no light pollution. Stargaze. Infinity. Because you look at every star, and every star is a sun. Now look at our own solar system, how vast it is, how much action there is. Now imagine there are like infinite amount of stars, so infinite suns with their own planets and cycles and stars and entities and wow. It's I mean, the whole solar system. Look at us, Earth, humans, animals, dogs, you name it. And then we have other planets, ETs, all within the solar system. Then, of course, there are other solar systems, Pleiadian, that we know of, which is really few. Arctur, Lyrians, Syrians, like we know, but those are other star systems with their own solar system going on, their own planets, their own beings, their own incarnations, their own games, their own creatures, doing the same thing, learning, evolving to go to the light again. Now think that goes on for infinity. Wow. I know I'm giving you a bit of an intellectual stimulation here, but you could use the mind and the intellect to go beyond it into that state of wow. Like wow. 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 Right, Lucy? Right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You are ready to move on, Lucy. You are ready to move on. She's ready to move on. She really is. Mwah. So I'm gonna miss her because I'm leaving Pi soon. In fact, probably by the time you this video gets to you, because I'm what 10 days ahead, and I'm gonna leave Pi in about 10 days from now. So probably by the time you're watching this video, I'm either about to leave Pi or have already left Pi. So but I will come back to Pi every year, and I will probably come back to the same place, and I will hang out with my beloved. She's my beloved. Lucy is my beloved. I will hang out with Lucy every year until and see how she grows and see how she evolves. Because she's young, I'm pretty sure she's like age-wise as a dog. You know, in this particular vehicle that she's in, I am pretty sure that she is young. You know, she seems like a young dog. But her soul is definitely a mature one for a dog. I'm pretty sure, you know, when you see a dog or any animal for that matter, and lion, I'm really obsessed with lions. I watch all kinds of documentaries on lions. When you watch an animal that is full of rage and that's constantly fighting other animals and constantly like getting in trouble, that's a dog that's an animal that's conflicted in that they have a lot of 2D karma to clear up. But when you see an animal that's serene, they're ready. They're basically cleared up a lot of their 2D karma, just like when you see a human being that's serene. They've cleared up a lot of their 3D karma and they're ready to move on to 4D. So it's the same thing. So when you see a serene animal in a vehicle that's pretty violent, that's wired for violence and domination, then that dog or that animal, that lion, whatever, is ready to actually move on to the next level. That's what that means. They're cleared up a lot of their 2D karma. They may be here to clear up some more, and they're ready to go on to 3D. Fascinating, fascinating stuff, folks. I highly recommend you check out the Law of One. There's 175 sessions. They're all online, and listen to it. It agrees with like the chakra system too, and it's I mean it's you just listen to it and take it in. It's fascinating. You already know all of this. When you listen to it and you take it in, you're like, yeah, I already know this. You know this. You know this. All right, that's about it, folks. And thank you to all the Patreons for your support on my journey. I see where this will take me next. I don't know where I'm going next. And I love you guys. And peace, love, harmony, and compassion to all beings, animals, humans, plants. Exciting time to be alive. Exciting time to be here. Witness the planet move to 4D. And I will see you guys in the next video.